Alright, let's get into it. The semi-final of the ATR Cup number 2. Nass, the defending champion, against ApparentlyJack, who's been impressing everybody with his level that he's shown up to these tournaments with the past 2 weeks. But can he take down defending champ Nass? He was able to take down defending champ of the first ATR Cup. Drally won the first ATR Cup. Jack eliminated him in ATR Cup 2 for Europe. Well, Nass won ATR Cup 2, and now Jack is trying to do the same thing. Take down the Moroccan defending champion. The only Moroccan in today's tournament. Drally's not playing this one. This is going to be a tough test. Nass, such a smart player. Such a patient player. And a player who's just really been working on all of his weaknesses until there weren't any. That's how I would describe his 1v1 development over the past year. Started off lacking maybe the same aerial offensive ability that some other players had. Lacking the same pace and mechanical ability that some other players had. No longer the case. Nass can keep up with anyone, and it seems like he can defend well against anyone, and he can break down offense, or break down other players' defense, I should say, just as well as anyone else in the world. Now, technically an own goal by ApparentlyJack, but we can call it a forced one. Nass already had the shots on target. Yeah, final reminder, this might be your absolute last chance. If you're watching this on YouTube, this could be, like, you might be hours or minutes away from being able to no longer sign up for Salt Mine 4 Qualifier 1. I'd love if you would all do that using the link in the description, because Salt Mine 4 Qual 1 starts on the 31st of October. The sign-ups close 24 hours before the start of the qualifier, so this may be your last chance to sign up. It's free to sign up. If you do decide to play, you might run into one of these guys, because everybody has to qualify. So if you want a chance to play against some really, really good players, look no further than Salt Mine 4 Quals. Even if you're not going to attempt to check in and play, sign up anyway, because more sign-ups makes us look better, and we'll be able to get more tournaments like that in the future, hopefully. When we can go and tell everybody, hey, look, we got 100,000 sign-ups, then they'll be like, you know what, Johnny? Have more prize money. And run Salt Mine 5, because that's a lot of sign-ups. That's basically what we want to have happen. Yeah, it's a very different format from last year. Everybody has to qualify. 4 open qualifiers, 1 every week. 2 players will qualify from every qualifier into the main event, and then the top 8 main event will be in December. 1 for EU, 1 for NA. ATR Cup quals also open for ATR Cup 4. This is ATR Cup 3 semi-final. If you want to play in the open qual for ATR Cup 4, then sign up, again, for free, using the link in the description or the quick chat. Yeah, great way for you guys to support the tournaments for free. If you're enjoying all the ones content this off-season, then that's our #1 recommendation for what you should do, is sign up for the next one. Oh my goodness, Nass is just bodying him. Well, while I'm trying to give you guys incentives to sign up for this tournament, Nass is trying to tell you guys you're wasting your time. It's a winner-take-all tournament. You're not getting any money if you sign up for this thing. It's mine. He has obliterated Jack in the first 2 minutes of the game. Nass has really, I think, had one of the most interesting 2024s out of any player. Of course, he is the defending champion for Salt Mine Europe, winning Salt Mine 3 EU. And after confirming himself as the top player, the player to beat in Europe, he went over to North America, had a pretty underwhelming season in RLCS. Then he had a very impressive Esports World Cup with the G2 roster, who subbed him in. And now he's right back to being an absolute monster in off-season 1 tournaments. So is he a player I expect to see qualify for Salt Mine? Absolutely. Will it be through the first qualifier? Honestly, if he plays like this, I would probably expect it. Him and Drally, for me, have been the 2 players that have looked overall the strongest. I mean, they are the 2 players who have won an ATR Cup. Yeah, Jack just cannot control the ball in this matchup. It's such a stark contrast to Jack versus Stizzy and Jack versus Grandma that we've already seen on stream today. We've been following Jack's run through the tournament. Versus Stizzy, it was Jack who was running the ball around the pitch, deciding when to attack, deciding when to defend, deciding when to take away Stizzy's boost, deciding when to bump him out of the way. But he's not had any of those decisions in this matchup, because Nass has completely dominated every single statistic. He's got more shots, more possession, more territory. And even if Jack pushes himself to the limit in offense, it still looks like Nass has got a good chance of stopping him. Morocco's dominance over these EU tournaments does not look like it's going to end anytime soon. This is just insane. 9-1. Jack calls next. Probably for fear of conceding a 10th goal, but yeah, there's just been absolutely no way for him to stop Nass. Nass has been a wrecking ball in these matches. Just gets the ball and puts it in the net from any position, it would seem. Is there a bracket reset in Salt Mine 4 finals? No, there's not. Salt Mine 4 main event is going to be double elimination group stage into a single elimination top 4. It's kind of similar to AFL playoff in a way, but not entirely the same because everybody starts in the upper bracket. Instead of half players starting in lowers, half players starting in uppers. Yeah, like I said earlier, you will have 2 players qualifying from every open qual. And the way the open qualifiers work is day 1 is going to be, I think, mostly best of 3s. I think maybe a couple of rounds of best of 5 at the end. It depends how many players sign up. But probably a couple of rounds of best of 5s at the end for day 1. That's going to be this Thursday. It's all single elimination, so 8 pools of players. Single elim, 1 player will emerge from every pool into the second day, the second stage of the qual, which will be a double elimination stage, where the top 2 will advance. 1 player will advance through upper bracket, 1 player will advance through lower bracket into the main event in December. Both EU quals and NA quals for Salt Mine are going to be the same day, so Thursday will be day 1 for EU, and it will also be day 1 for NA. Just NA will of course start later in the day. I'll be streaming some of the quals matches. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of quals matches, so I can't stream them all, but I'll be giving you guys, you know, a central hub, I guess, to tune into and follow along with the action. I'll keep you updated on who's making good progress through the tournaments, which favourites are in trouble, which favourites are struggling, which favourites are advanced into day 2. And then when day 2 top 8, I'll be streaming it with a couple of other community streamers and casters that have kindly agreed to help me cover the matches. But all that information is going to be coming out on my Twitter. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, that's probably the best place to keep up with anything related to Salt Mine 4. And for ATR Cup updates, you want to follow Chalkcast on Twitter. Also CJ and Chalkcast are probably the 2 main Twitters. And I've tweeted a few times. Honestly, Rizzo has as well. All of us. Oh, nice shot by Jack. Forces a bad save to get a 3rd goal. How do you want to register? You want to challenge yourself to see how few goals you can concede? Well, you can register for the ATR Cup via this link. Let me find it for you. This is the ATR Cup. I'll put it in chat right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link's in the description. Yeah, so start GG. Just find the Arm the Rebels 4, and you can sign up there. And for Salt Mine quals, the sign-ups are available right now for all of the Salt Mine quals. That's qual 1, 2, 3, and 4. But qual 1 is the one that's happening this week. So that's the one that's urgent to sign up for if you want to play, because 24 hours before the tournament starts, before the qualifier starts, the sign-ups will close. Johnny, why is Wavy invited to the EU tournament? He expressed interest in playing, and we're obviously very interested in seeing cross-region competition. So we invited him. Simple as that. But yeah, it was because a couple of other EU players were not available. We did send out invites to maybe 5 or 6 other EU/MENA players for that last spot, and there was quite a lot of people not available this week, so Wavy filled in the spot. We appreciate him coming in and playing. It's a very bold move to, you know, play on the away server. Something that not a lot of pro players are willing to do when you're European or North American. You kind of stick to your own server for fear of the ping disadvantage. Wavy not scared of that, just wants competition. And yeah, hopefully we'll get him into more EU ATR Cups in the future. We can see him give it another go. Alright, first goal of the game for Nass. ApparentlyJack giving him a much better run for his money in this game. If I were to guess, I think apparently Jack just went and watched one of the videos that we made for thenextrank.com between games 1 and 2, because game 1 was a disaster for him. Game 2, much better. So clearly he's gone and watched one of the videos where we explained how to be better at Rocket League, and now he's just better at Rocket League and therefore having much more success in the matchup. Yeah, hashtag ad, nextrank.com. Sign up for free to the email list so you can get all the free content that we're going to make alongside the course, which is coming out next month. Big flick by Jack. Looking to catch Nass advancing into no man's land. Oh, Nass has called his challenge on the turn here. Scored his second goal of the game. It looks like Jack expected Nass to slow down the play here. And he was trying to turn around and punish that. Nass just boomed it from distance, and it was a pretty safe play there. I mean, if Jack turns in challenges, you're just simply scoring from Nass POV. And even if Jack doesn't turn in challenge, that's going to be an awkward overhead clear for him to deal with. Is that going to be the start of the Nass comeback? As Jack's mid-series thenextrank.com video started to wear off. You should honestly just have one on in the background. It'll really help him out. Still playing for those boost steals that we've seen him practicing in every test lobby today. This time the challenge is a fake one from Jack. Nass immediately pulled the trigger on his attempted flick though. So Jack's, for the most part, got what he wanted there. No, he absolutely has got what he wanted. He's outplayed as he tried to lunge in. Nass scored his second goal of the game. And now Jack faking a lot more. Expect a diving challenge at some point as a mix-up from this more reactive defensive strategy that he's been utilizing. Nass wants to set up a ground shot. Jack chases him out of the position. It's a bit early for the boost grab here. And he might have actually just conceded it. No, he got it on the second go right now. I thought you might concede that to Nass, who was pathing over it right before he did. Luckily for Jack, it did not spawn for Nass. It waited a split second, it spawned for him instead. Nass, boostless. Needed a goal, and he's not going to get one. It's going to be Jack with a response in game 2. Despite being completely blown off the park in game 1, he stepped it up in this one. And barring a last minute resurgence, last few second resurgence from Nass, it's not going to be possible to come back. No, it definitely won't. Looks like Jack wants the 6th goal though. He could have dribbled that back and just confirmed the win. Not satisfied. Wanted one more, and it looks like he still wants one more. Jack making the overall aggregate score look a little bit less one-sided. But aggregate score doesn't matter. Jack has tied the series 1-1. Yeah, Jack's music between games is it's interesting, isn't it? Very relaxing. I don't know if he can hear that. I don't know if he's got his anthem turned on for himself. Obviously, we can all hear it. Johnny, did the next rank emails stop going out, or did something happen to your sign-up? Haven't had one since March yet. It was actually just us that stopped sending them out. Jack got super busy with RLCS. I got very busy with RLCS and my own content. And yes, Melsworth got a new job. We were all super busy, so we were like, wait, we have to dial it back on this. That's what actually pushed back the launch so much. We all just got crazy busy compared to what we anticipated. But we've recorded more of those just this past week. So once they're edited, they're going to go out. We're going to commence those again in the month run up to release. Another good start for Jack. Game 3 going his way so far. More fake challenges coming through as well. Looks like Jack's decided to just try and play this a little bit more reactively. He knows that Nass is making tons of early moves in the ball. That's a beautiful catch from Jack in the back wall. If Jack can keep faking challenges like this, Nass looks like he will give the ball away a fair bit. Jack going to try and trip up Nass in the landing here. He always loves to mess with his opponent's recovery. He's threatening the immediate counter down the middle here. Nass saw it coming, blocked that angle. Jack still ready for a grueling back and forth. Not committing fully all in straight away, but Nass will. 1-1. Huge challenge by Nass there. Jack could actually see him coming, and Jack knows that Nass knows Jack can see him coming. Jack expected that to be sufficient knowledge for Nass to retreat. Nass not having it. He is just going for every single ball right now. Immediate rebounds. Makes it 2-1. I mean, the way that Nass is playing right now is just full confidence. He is not holding back on his challenges. He is not giving Jack any half chances to enter the play. What Nass is doing is he's basically saying to Jack, if you're going to beat me, you're going to need to wait and see what I do first. You're not going to be able to surprise me. Well, this is going to be another kickoff goal for Jack, though. That's a rare sight. 2 kickoff goals in a row against Nass. He was extremely exposed to the inside, though, here. Look how side onto the ball he is. Definitely did not expect Jack to be going for such a goal side approach on the other side of the ball. Wave dash recovery kickoff, all about trying to oppose your opponent, not get a side on while they're goal side. Oh, big bump by Jack. He knows the mid boost is respawning as well. That's exceptional timing on that one. Top pins flick. Jack isn't messing around here, ladies and gentlemen. Nass got positionally outplayed to be bumped out of the game. Jack grabs the mid boost and scores with the very first try. Just clean, safe gameplay. Even if Nass did save that, it was not going to be an easy recovery. Jack trying to recover for a double save here. Unable to do so. Nass slots it far too well over the shoulder. Jack was trying to, looks like he was trying to bounce off the crossbar there, because he didn't so much try to land on the crossbar. He tried to bounce his car off the crossbar by landing kind of back onto the crossbar there. It's a funny recovery technique. I'm sure we've all done that by accident at some point. I know I have accidentally had perfect recoveries where you just bounce off your crossbar and go right back towards the ball. Oh, big time miss there from Nass, who is committing to the boost steal. Looks like he might have just left it and made it back to save the long shot from Jack. Nass had to leave the ball there, though, afraid of Jack demoing him. Now he's the one chasing for the demo. Jack knows it's coming. Still could be available for him. Jack, multiple toggles of the ball cam to make sure the counter-attack is not going to be a fast one. He's hiding behind the ball very well here. He's actually beaten Nass to the ball very well here also. Ground pinch is a soft one, though. Jack will have to settle for the boost steal. Ceiling pinch goes middle slowly. It's like Jack just got slight pinch on that one. Kind of grazed it mid. Methodical gameplay by ApparentlyJack. Oh, and a huge low 50. Nass went flying in for the challenge. And look at the fadeaway by Jack. Absolutely nullifying it. Ball barely moved, despite Nass coming in at supersonic for a challenge. So far it's been masterful adaptation by Jack. He was blown off the pitch in game 1. He didn't have a chance to establish any of his game. Now, it's him who's running the show. A confident open net for Jack is a bad sign for anyone he faces in Rocket League. Not even an open net miss coming at the rescue in Nass there, as he falls behind by 3 goals. Will it be Jack taking down the Moroccan defending champion for the 2nd week in a row? Will he be able to go 1 round further than he did last week, where he fell to Moxie in the semi-final? Still a long way to go before he can start thinking about that. Jack has adapted well, but Nass will do the same before this series is over. Nass might need to start slow playing more of his plays, because Jack has been very, very careful, very cautious about overcommitting. Another immediate challenge in the ball by Nass. Does get the ball under control and does score. But, you know, I think Jack can keep on anticipating Nass's moves here. Nass hasn't really adapted there. He's just gone, again, directly for the ball. He's just pointed his car at the ball and gone for it quickly. That's been most of his defensive strategy in this series. And if Jack had low 50'd again, it would have worked again in that situation. Nass with a chance to come back within 1. Phenomenal air dribble challenge there by Jack. Nass was coming at him more slowly, more controlled. It looks like Jack didn't want to wait and find out if it was an air dribble bump or not. He just played the ball immediately. Aerial shot by Jack, top shelf. Looks like Nass's crossbar pinch saved it. Jack on the turnaround, hits the bar again. Looking for the demo on Nass, who pre-flips over him. Boost spawns for Nass, that's massive. 50 seconds to go. Another successful fake challenge by Jack. But Nass has manipulated the follow-up 50, somewhat in his favor. Still ends up back to the play though. And he's been tripped. This is massive for Jack. He can just control the ball here, knock another 15 seconds off the clock. Nass not wasting any time. Just slams himself face on into the play again. What a contrast of defensive strategies here. Jack has just been looking at Nass. He's been faking challenges. Nass is the one who's been full sending it, and that's going to be game. Jack can just run the clock down here. Nass has to go. He's trying to find an angle with the ceiling. Jack's not going via the ceiling. He's just running it around the bottom. And it's going to be another goal for ApparentlyJack. 2 games straight for the Englishman. What a turnaround. Even though Nass has looked every bit as explosive as ever, he's been unable to assert his dominance. He's been unable to get into those positions where he can just keep his opponent in defense. Those positions we're so used to seeing him in have been pretty few and far between. So Nass is out here. Will we see a car change? SapTG1, thanks for the Prime sub. Albax, thanks for giving out a sub to the community as well. Looking at the predictions for this one, we had 810,000 beans from Twitch chat on Nass. That's 73% of the total beans. We had a 1.1 million bean prediction here. Nass, heavy favorite according to Twitch chat. I would say as well, pretty heavy favorite if you ask me, percentages before the match. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Maybe a 3-1 is what you'd expect to see these days in Nass's favor. That's no longer possible, of course. But can Jack keep this going? Will Nass switch up his strategy? He's in the Octane, so I don't expect him to slow down at all. It's going to be a fast one. It's going to be a mechanical series. Nass is out of boost though. Jack will know that. And he's intentionally passed himself off the inside of the post again. Picked up some small pads on his rotation back to net. And half flips into the big boost. That's phenomenal composure by Jack. Nass sticking to, so far, the same strategy as before. Just immediately challenging whenever Jack's got a dribble. First chance he gets. Jack's been much more about the pump fakes. Little fake challenge into an actual challenge there. I'm going to say right now, I don't think Nass is going to win this if he keeps on just doing, barreling forward and doing the same thing over and over again. I think Jack's too smart to fall for that. Jack's almost managed to outplay Nass again at the near post. Heavy hit by Nass will back Jack down, but this is going to be crucial. Can Nass get 100 boost in time to reposition effectively? The answer is yes. Jack's flick's not good enough this time. Wave dash is also not going to take him into a demo angle. Oh, nice flick by Nass. Beautiful. Just as Jack was trying to line up a challenge in reverse. Oh, actually, he turned for this one. My mistake. Jack takes so many normal shots on goal. He does, yeah. He does take a lot of normal shots on goal. Just, shots that you expect Nass to save. But when you're playing for boost management, when you're playing for pressure, those shots can often yield very strong positions, such as this one. Notice that he just takes a pretty standard shot by his caliber, player of his caliber, and it sets up a very strong position where he has momentum. Nass does not, and then he can just demo him and score on the next play. And that, in a nutshell, is what Jack's been all about today. He's not trying to score with the first chance. He's trying to create an advantageous position with the first chance so that he can score more easily the next time. Well, Jack's just parked in front of Nass there. Nass had nowhere to go. Awkward open net by Jack. Missed, but now he's got such a good position again. Didn't wait around for that corner boost steal. It was going to be spawning a bit too late. There it was, just appearing for Nass. He was waiting on it. Low 50 by Jack. Sets up a demo. And another goal for him. Once again, it's just so methodical. He waits for Nass to commit. Nass is in the air. Nowhere to go. If he turns left there, Jack's got an open net. If he turns right, he's demoed and Jack has an open net. And this is just incredibly high level stuff out of Jack. Can he keep it up though? So hard to play at this level against a player like Nass for an entire best of 5 series. Especially a best of 5 where you start off 0-1, getting completely destroyed in game 1. So late kickoff by Jack will yield a fairly even position. He's got to be quick though. Nass is coming in for the shot off the back wall. It looks like Jack was quick enough. Jack just putting the ball over Nass's head. Again, setting up that boost steal. Threatening the back wall demo. Nass turned away from it. Nass has such good boost management here. He's faking low boost. Oh, it looks like he might have waited a bit too long though. You know, if this worked, it would have been so cool to see, because Nass this whole time wasn't boosting. He's trying to pretend that he has 0 or close to 0 when he actually had 60. He was trying to get Jack to air dribble perhaps, and at that point Nass would have flown in for a challenge that would have been harder to see coming. Jack didn't fall for the bait though, just played standard, got the goal, but now Nass responds to the kickoff goal. You better not popularize this grimy, sweaty playstyle in your course. I can't be playing against people doing this. What do you mean? Playing against people doing this? What, playing against people who don't go all in every play? Oh, sorry. Sorry for popularizing good gameplay. Nah, I'm joking. I love that description. Grimy, sweaty gameplay. Yeah, I know it does suck to always have someone to outplay. Every time that your opponent attacks you, takes a shot, they take your boost away, and then they just take the ball again and attack again. Yeah, it's really annoying. You have to keep defending against that. Oh, look at the speed of Nass. So quick to the punch here as he moves up 5 goals to 3. Jack thought he had control in this situation. Nass dusts him to the ball. It's unfathomably boring. What was that reference again? What was the unfathomably boring comment? Was it Am's opponent who called him unfathomably boring? I can't remember who it was. Oh no, it was Jarius. It was. Oh no, yeah, no. That was Drally Nass. You're right. It was Drally Nass. What was the one that Tho said to Jarius? I feel like Tho called Jarius boring as well. Snorius, Boreas, yeah. I think Tho called Jarius something along the lines of unfathomably boring. It wasn't unfathomably boring. That was Drally to Nass in Salt Mine 3. But Salt Mine 2, I'm pretty sure Tho called Jarius some combination of unfathomably boring. Oh, that's extremely all in by Jack. He might try and play this back into his own half though. He does get away from Nass, who's still coming forward. Jack with a good read for the crossbar bounce. Oh, he lost sight of Nass though. Careless from Jack, and Nass mind games him with the near post. 6-4. That was a big risk by Jack. On that turn there, he didn't keep an eye on Nass. He dribbled very much in field to where Nass was last seen, and he suffers the consequences as well. Yeah, the unfathomably boring comment was legendary. That was Drally, I think. So funny. I mean, they're actually good friends. So it's, well, since then they've become good friends. They played a lot of 2v2 together, and they've played a lot of show matches together. I'm sure one day we'll see them play together. If not soon with the FIFA E tournament, then maybe in the future. Get to see the Moroccan players team up. I'd love to see that. Just out of curiosity. Okay, game 4. Slipping away from ApparentlyJack here. Nass has an extremely good position. He knows what Jack's up to here. He knows he wants the demo. Not giving it to him. Nass denies the flick as well. Jack low 50 might be good enough though. Oh, it's patience from Jack. He's found a way through. But Nass wasted a ton of time here. 37 seconds to go. There's still plenty time for Jack. He can't afford to concede again though, or he'll lose control of the series. Looks like Nass is going to be the one who fakes him out on the kickoff. Jack booms one to the backboard. Nass should have that under control though. It's a dire situation for Jack. Oh, Nass wasted all his boost though. He used every ounce of boost, and now he's just flopping back to the net. Jack gave it to him. For a second there though, Nass looked like he might have just left himself out of position. He's held on. And Jack does call next, but that was not the cleanest end to the game. from Nass. I don't think he would have been too happy with that situation he put himself in. But we're going to game 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's Nass swinging the momentum back in his favor. Yeah, discussing the playstyles. I love talking about 1v1 playstyles these days because there are actually playstyles that are so many different playstyles that are viable. 4x4, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Jack's playstyle that he's showing off here is extremely viable. It always has been. You know, playing for boost control, playing for the continued attack. It definitely is a viable playstyle. Well, maybe not, it's just playing for a boost advantage, playing for a momentum advantage, playing for possession, and then looking for easy conversions once he's established a strong position for himself. But it's just as viable to go for, you know, a Diaz-esque playstyle where every single play is, you know, I'm scoring this play right now. This is the one that's going in your net. He doesn't wait around for second chances. He just scores with every first chance he gets, or tries to. Both of those playstyles are viable right now, and it's one of the things that makes 1v1 so cool, in my opinion, is that you've got viable playstyle differences, different playstyles. Ground game experts like Moxie, you've got the aerial game experts like Diaz. You've got the, well, he's not been really focused on it too much in the ATR Cup, but yeah, you've got defensive masterminds like Roas. You've got offensive powerhouses as well. You've got physical players, you've got clean outplay players. Everything's viable these days in ones, if you can do it well enough. But from this position, Nass looks to be the favorite. Game 5. This is where Jack lost last week. He could not make the final. He lost semi-final in Game 5. Just so difficult to keep chugging along against players of this caliber. Oh, good save by Jack, just barely doing enough there. He's got to force a favorable 50 here, though. Nass has got him in a terrible position. Jack defends his back corner boost, though. Just pops the ball immediately. It's gone in front of him, though. He can't really do too much with that. Nass realized that. And now he's the one with the demo in the back corner. It's Nass down the middle with a counter. Flicks it past Jack for 2-0. Jack getting a bit of a taste of his own medicine there, as Nass caught him on the landing. This is where now it's up to Jack to try and surprise Nass again. So it looked like he had a winning formula, which Nass has stopped playing into. Does Jack have the ability to get mechanical and just put goals past Nass? Will he be able to put Nass in positions where he is not comfortable? It looks like, so far, the answer is just yes, but only just barely. It's another back corner demo, this time off a flip reset that failed. At least failed to score immediately. But that was about as close as you can get to getting a save in the recovery. Nass nearly had it. Now Jack trying to reverse dribble into his back corner. Nass one step ahead and now scoring. Well, Jack was really hoping that Nass would go to the mid boost here, but Nass did not. He just went for the back corner boost steal and then got back to the ball before Jack could reposition. Huge kickoff for Nass. Denies the back corner boost pick up for Jack there. Jack forced to flick early. I mean, Nass has been challenging early so much this series that now just completely backing off will get him a lot of free possessions. Air dribble bump attempted by Jack and landed by Jack. I think Nass tried to bump him into saving his own shot here, but didn't have enough momentum by the looks of things. Still 1 goal to the good for the Moroccan. Fake jump by Jack. Nass committed to the air, had him beat, but now has to back off. Now Jack brings it down. Oh, he's completely faked him. Nass must have been expecting another air dribble bump. Jack is dribbling straight at him. He has got no angle to work with. You've heard me say this many times on my channel. When somebody's dribbling at you like this, air dribble bump is a very high likelihood. It looks like that's what Nass expected. He jumped high, trying to shut down the air dribble bump right at the point of takeoff, and Jack just carried the ball directly under him. Absolutely insane. Now Jack, again, dribbling right at him, but with slight angle of approach, and he's faded away for a dunk. What on earth is going on? Jack is inside Nass's brain. Fakes a flick, and then just perfectly blocks it top bins as Nass tries to knock it into the corner. Half the game to go. Jack's in the lead. That is such an impressive sequence of play there by Jack. And now the demo's actually open. Oh, he nearly had it. He went for it. There's no hesitation on these demo opportunities. Jack's so good at spotting them. Another shot, forcing Nass into the air, setting up the demo threat, and now back we go. Every single time the Jack gets these shots on target, it's a demo threat, boost steal, and then we go again. Ball cam dribbling, keep an eye on Nass. Nass has back corner boost, and he picked a great angle to get a save there. Oh, what a shot as well. Nass ties it 4-4. That is a huge pre-jump save there by Nass. And after being faked out, after being demoed in the past 2 plays, to have the guts to just pre-jump, potentially walk into yet another mind game without any fear. That's one of the things that makes Nass so difficult to play against. He is not afraid to get outplayed. He puts in his challenges. And here comes Jack again. Nass nullifies the first plate. Nass has boost to keep control of the possession as well. Switches sides. Wants 100 boost to the far side to play with. Jack's in no man's land. Nass tries to put it up and over him. Jack with a catch on the back wall. Nass turns around immediately, and he has scored on the turn. Jack thought Nass was stealing his boost away here. He tried to take it down the middle of the pitch for the immediate goal, but look at Nass. He faked the boost steal, turned and scored. He knew that if he faked the boost steal, Jack would try and counter down the middle. That is such high level play there by Nass. Unbelievable read. Both of these guys have had some disgusting reads on each other's plays. Now Nass with a reset, Nass with a goal, and there's a clear difference of confidence with those mechanical plays. Nass did not waste any time. He just lobs one over Jack, and Jack too far off the goal line to react to it. Too far away from Nass to stop it. Now trails by 2 goals. There's a big swing to get Jack back into the game, and another big swing to get Nass to re-establish the lead. Oh, Jack's just called his bluff though. It looked like Nass was expecting Jack to go for the boost. Jack shoots it, and now the mind game leaves the net open. It's an unbelievable game when it comes to tricks between these two. What a fake shot by Jack. 1 goal in it, 1 minute to go. Only one player can make the grand final. Nass with control, quick lines behind, sees Jack in a retreating position. He's failed his flick. Complete miss on the ball there by Nass. For once he's messed up something mechanical. Jack trips him up on the landing. He's got 1 free shot here. Tries to shoot top bins. That's a great shot by Jack. Slow recovery by Nass, and Jack slots it. Perfect placement on the shot. Right over Nass's head. That's so difficult to clear. Nass not far off the double save, but the second shot is just as good. This is turning into an all-time great series between 2 of the best in Europe right now. It's Morocco against England. It's Nass trying to defend his Arm the Rebels title against Jack, who took down the past defending champion Drally last week. Both players boost run dry. Jack counters the boost pickup with a pinch clear. And now Nass has a full pitch to play with. Just under 30 seconds left. Not the most efficient takeoff. Nass is essentially all in here, but that's not going to matter when he can fake out Jack. Jack's so afraid of the reset high that he goes way too high on the challenge. No part of the ball being played there. And with 20 seconds left, Jack trails again. It's the most volatile kickoff spawn, diagonal. Lots of options for Jack to work with here. He's going for the big win to the inside. Nass blocks it, flips that direction. Nass also sticking around for the ball. He's not going to give Jack free possession. Might not give Jack any possession. Oh, but a dunk though! Jack with an open net, and he doesn't miss it. Against all odds, Jack hits the most open net that anyone has ever seen. I thought surely he must be missing this. He's probably going to find a way to hit the post. But no, he scores. And now we're headed to overtime, unless we have even more regulation drama. Jack can surely go all in. Ceiling reset. The shot is open to the top right, and he scores! What a series. Jack's eliminated the defending champion for 2 weeks in a row. Nass slowed down in the back wall, left the top corner open, and Jack did not need a second invitation. Advances to the grand final. Nass has to settle for the semis this week and $0 in prize money. It's a winner-take-all tournament, so Jack has a chance at the money this week. Nass will have to wait for next week. What a match. Unbelievable stuff by ApparentlyJack and Nass. One of the highest IQ 1v1s I've seen in a while. Such clear, high-level adaptations by both players. And the fact that it was close will probably make it all the more sweet for Jack, because that was something special.